Let's talk shop, folks. It seems like everything just changed again, and I mean for the better way. Old Uncle JP, old J Powell, Jerome Powell, and his platoon down there in D.C., at the Fed, talking about what they're going to do. It's something that I was actually expecting to happen August into September. It did not happen. We're talking about the balance sheet roll off, quantitative tightening ending. A lot of people think it already did. It did not. You got to remember there are things that the Fed does that can absolutely help stocks and crypto. And what I heard yesterday changes everything. And I'm so pumped. So I know we're experiencing some red. I know you're feeling the pain. I'm with you. Trust me. I could show you the portfolio, which I'll show you in this video, man. It got smacked around. Over the last 10 weeks, though, 2, 2, 3, 1, up about 240,000. But I was up 400. And I know it's all on paper. And of course, the ups and downs of what I'm doing, you guys know it's just part of the game. But long term, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like there's an opportunity once we get through a few negative catalysts here that is absolutely a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm going to go over these. I'm going to talk about some things I really haven't talked about in this video and why I'm so excited about what 2026 will bring us. I've been so much concentrating on Q4. I continue to do that. I make the moves I think will pay off. There's a quiet little catalyst that's going to be able to push cryptos to those levels that I'm looking for. And we'll get into it. Now today, I told you we're down to just a few hours left. Now for those that did not get into the Discord today, we're going to be changing the prices later today. So you do have a little bit of time left here. But you got to click the first link. This is it. By the end of tonight, the prices will be changed 40% higher. Code Moon actually expires today as well. All of this and more. So if you want to get in, you got just a little bit of time. The expiration is at the end of tonight. $25. It's Code Moon gets it down to $25. After this, Code Moon expires. The price goes up back to the regular. Then I increase it by 40% because we're adding something new into the Discord, which is, oh, goodness gracious. For those in there, the Stock Mo Money Show podcast is back. And we have direct, you'll get the episodes in the Discord. So that's pretty, I'm pumped about that. The Stock Mo Money Show, you'll be able to see that in there as we continue to develop that. That's another added feature. It's major, and so that's in there. So we're going to continue to add more and more value, more learning lessons, tons of things. This is your chance to get in and get grandfathered in before the price increase. You got hours, not days. You got hours now. The best deal I got, and this is going away as well, get an annual membership right now with 20% off, and you can lock it in. It's a one-time payment, and you're grandfathered in there. So when it renews, you still get the cheaper price, even if we're up to over $100 a month. You still be paying down there at $39, a little over $1 a day. All right, that's down there. Like I said, take advantage of it. Now, the portfolio. You look at this and you say, oh, he's down 777. No, I swing trade. So this is the realized gains and losses. So I locked in 100,000 in crypto gains at my crypto portfolios. That's in cash, getting ready to move over to this account. This account, we started at 2231. It's up 142,000. So between them, I'm still up 242,000 live in front of everybody on YouTube, even through all these red days. You guys know I've been very, very transparent. The most transparent YouTuber out there with the best charts, in my humble opinion, out there, bar none. And if you guys appreciate this, you want to see more of this portfolio, because some people said they don't want to see it anymore, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That tells me you want to see it when you subscribe. You guys can see the stocks. I'm going to continue to add more and more stocks. You can see they're up 59K. Doing great, right? What's going on, Mo? How are you? The crypto. The crypto got me, man. And I'm okay. I actually have cash freed up to buy more. That's how excited I am. But I also am going to hold off on this one, because I have some lines I put in the sand, and if they get crossed, I will de-risk. I don't think they will, because I'm going to go over some of the positive catalysts I'm expecting. So you can see I'm even up on Bitcoin, Ethereum about the same amount, Solana and XRP about the same amount, and I'm looking to add more. But before I do, I wanted to look at what's going on, because obviously don't fight the Fed. You ever hear that? For those who may have never heard this, don't fight the Fed. Powell came out, gave his strongest hint yet that rate cuts are coming. You can see this. Oh, investors are jubilant. Everybody's happy. Stage is set for a parabolic Q4. They're not wrong. I've been telling you this. I told you in December and November of 2024 that what you should truly be excited for is Q4 2025 for multiple reasons. One, the SEC, the spot ETFs, I told you would most likely get approved in Q4 unless there's some event that, postpone it. Say a government shutdown, it doesn't stop being shut down. That can change everything. And I told you guys this. It's not if they would get approved, but when. So if things get delayed because of that, you got that issue. Two, you also have the like I said, with the SEC, the government shutdown. You got all kinds of other issues happening. We're looking for the Fed to do their cuts here, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? And they already came out and said a few things. So Powell gave his strongest hint yet that rate cuts are coming. Well, what do we got? We got the Fed saying that they still need to do 2 more cuts right here. Fed officials at the meetings also forecast that the central bank would reduce its rate twice more this year and at least 1 more time in 2026. So 2 more times, there's only 2 more meetings. I can take you over there and take a look. We go over and say, whoa, what do you mean? Well, you got a meeting here in 2 weeks? I think it's 2 weeks. We come down here, the 29th, right before Halloween, 97% chance. No, that's December for the 2 cuts. 97% chance for October. What about December? 2 cuts, 94.7% chance we're getting 2 cuts. I agree. We're getting the 2 cuts. Don't fight the Fed. And we're going to be down. And it takes about 30 to 60 days for those cuts to move into the riskier assets such as crypto. So I expect crypto to absolutely start to get that priced in once we get closer and they get in, and it takes 30 to 60 days. That sets up for an awesome Q1. But it also gives us some room here when the first cuts and then the October cuts, that by the end of December, you should start to see some good rallying. I don't think it would take that long, but you never know with the government shutdown. The longer the shutdown, the more things get messed up. And that's a fact. That's one of them things you cannot predict. As well as social media posts. You got the war, the tariff war, I should say. So there's things out there that we can't predict, but we got to kind of keep an eye on. Take all those things, and like I said, keep an eye, forgive my computer there, keep an eye on what we're doing. And I think as we move forward and the government shutdown ends, I think it'll end before the end of October. You got that. I think you're going to see the Fed do in November now, most likely. Who knows? October, November. I always said October plus or minus 1 month. By the end of November, I'll just say, I expect the spot ETFs for a lot of different things to get approved. I'm pretty pumped. And that leads us into, what are you talking about? This is the big one. And this is one I don't hear anybody talking about, but I've been watching and I've been waiting for. The end of the balance sheet drawdown may be nearing. That's a big statement. That's a big, big statement. I actually thought it would be done in August or September. This is the one where I was wrong. And I follow this pretty closely. And this is quantitative tightening. This is quantitative tightening. They keep rolling off that balance sheet, and they're not buying treasuries. Once they start buying treasuries, you're going to see plays like TLT and TMF get a little bit of love, because it takes the pressure off and the yields can start to come down a little bit when you have the Fed starting to buy into that as well. It's a weird thing, isn't it? But it's just part of the system. And I think it's at $6 trillion roughly. Yeah, $6.6 trillion. It wasn't $9 trillion. So they have really been quantitative tightening down. And the question is, why not keep going? Well, they're seeing weakness. They would keep going to get this down if they could. But they're getting to a point where they're going to say, okay, hold on. We don't know how much further we're going to go. Because some say there's plenty of liquidity. I hear others say there's not. But they're getting close. By the end of this year, maybe. I don't know. I thought August, September, so I was wrong there. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But it does tell me that once that flips into quantitative easing and they're not rolling it off anymore, get excited. Because that's more juice for the economy. And put it all together, what's that get us? It gives us a chance as we move, and you can see this is the Ethereum, it gives us a chance to run up. I'm watching this candle. The next 3 candles, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I need to see the 50 EMA tested again. I'd like to see it finish above, but I definitely need to see it tested. And so we're at 40, what is it? 42, 42 is the 50 EMA. I need to see this candle hit it. I'd like to see it confirm above. One of these next 3 candles, today, tomorrow, Friday. Let's get it back above there. Start running up. We got good news coming out of the Fed. We need more good news from the government shutdown, some other things. But as that happens, and anything we can get from the SEC, I'm excited. Folks, we're just getting started. JP, and it's happening. Everything's changing. You're going to have that quantitative tightening go away. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And the one thing I told you earlier, I said that I don't hear anybody talking about. I'm going to continue to tell you. Somebody asked me, my aunt came up to me. She said, I keep hearing talks about money being given to us. And I said, listen, this is what I think's going to happen. Point blank. I said, I think you're going to get a tariff refund, a stimulus check, whatever name you want to put on it. You're getting a payment. And I think it's going to happen before the next election because they want everybody happy before the election. They can call it a tariff refund. And people are going to need it because times are tight. You know, it's rough. And there's going to be a lot of people who will be limited by incomes. You know, only certain incomes will get it. Those who are most likely to spend it. And they need it. And they're going to get it. And, of course, families will get the most. Those with kids and stuff. And at the end of the day, you're going to see that check come out before next November. And I said I thought it would come out August, September of next year, maybe October. I really, really, really believe it will. Add that into everything we just talked about. All right? Just say you're investing, you're in the markets, you're in whatever you're in. If they can keep the wheels on this thing, keep the wheels on the economy without it going into a freaking recession, we're going to absolutely dominate it. As you got the quantitative easing rolling it in over the next 3 to 6 months, I think. You got the SEC with the crypto staking. You got the spot ETFs for all these different cryptos. The change of the rules, that's going right. Now, the Clarity Act, not so much. They're batting heads down there in D.C. They can't get along. We'll see. We'll see. I think calmer minds after this lockdown's over will come out and hopefully get things done. But right now, it's a standstill. And so put all these negative things behind us, get back to work and get to the positive things. It's exciting. Now throw in a stimulus check. That's what I'm going to call it. Throw in a stimulus check. And I reviewed this in prior videos. It's massive for crypto. Those assets went through the roof when they got on that month that the checks went out. Through the roof. People wanted to buy them. All of a sudden it would start running. People would jump in. FOMO from those who don't know what they're doing. And they're just throwing it in there. And it just keeps going higher. And then somebody is left with the bag. And so this time around, I know exactly what to do. You definitely have to be ready for that based on prior results. So there's never a guarantee. But if we do get a stimulus check, I will be prepared this time. And if you're not in the Discord, get in there because then you can ride along. You can see what's happening. I'm going to talk to everybody in there about it. It's big. And I said this before. This is it. Today, we got a couple hours left to get into the membership. If you get over there, click this button right here, and it is still at 25, you're still in. You still get in, grandfathered in. Sign up, join, code MOON, get you 50% off this first month, which takes it down to 25. I think it's automatic, though, for a couple more hours. If you want to save the 20%, you do got to click that link, though. No code, no nothing. Just click that. Get in there and get the annual membership. Second link down below does get you over to my 4-step framework for successful technical analysis. This is where you can learn the technical analysis framework. I teach it in there. It's a good way to start if you're serious about getting into technical analysis. There's no cost for this. Come on over and check it out. It's about an hour long. And of course, the last link down below is over to Kraken. Trade 100 and get 25 in XRP. This is something I talked to them about. They have it. You just got to use that third link. So all these links are right there. All right, folks, that's it. That's the update. Appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get out there and make some money.